everyone, welcome to Ketchikan, Alaska. This video is about what we did after our guided nature tour through the Tongass rainforest. I have a video of that nature walk. If you're interested, please check it out. I will link it in the description box below this video. After that nature walk, we were taken to the workshop of a totem pole carver, and he explained his process and demonstrated his art.
Can you demonstrate how you do the shaving with your tool on there?
This?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Then, after the totem pole demonstration, we were taken to the historic Herring Bay Lumber Company sawmill. There were lots of exhibits of saws and machinery to look at.
92, when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and number 7 is the Salem witch trials.
After the visit to the historic sawmill, we visited the Alaska Raptor Center's aviary exhibits. One of the guides explained about the raptors there.
My name is Kaylee. This beautiful gal is Sitka, and we are with the Alaska Raptor Center. Here in Ketchikan, we are an educational extension of our main facility, which is located up north in Sitka. We are a nonprofit organization, but we have the only full-service avian hospital for the entire state of Alaska. Sitka has been teaching with us since 2002. She was hit by a car up on the Kenai Peninsula. She has some tendon damage to her right wing, so she's not quite as maneuverable in flight as she used to be. But her most debilitating injury is actually a missing toe from the back of her right foot. That toe is called the halix, and it functions just like our thumb. Without it, it lowers her chances of successfully catching prey by about half. For these guys, half the amount of food in the wild is just not good enough for them to survive on their own. Do you folks have any questions?
How much does Sitka weigh?
Sitka weighs in at about 12.5 pounds. So not as much as she looks, which is really good for me, but then she's actually pretty large for a female. The females are larger than the males in the raptor world. Our males weigh about 7 to 10 pounds, with the females from 10 on up to about 14.
She's a beauty.
Oh my gosh, she's perfect.
How old is she?
She's 18 years old this year. But in the wild, they can live into their mid-30s and into their late 40s, early 50s in captivity. So she's still fairly young at 18, which is amazing.
How do you feed them?
Depends on the day. So if we are working on different behaviors or we're doing training, we're feeding them very small tidbits by hand as a reward for the behaviors. But oftentimes when we have a shorter day and it's just kind of easygoing day, we'll take their food in as large chunks as possible and we'll put them in their enclosures and let them rip and tear it.
She can touch her head?
Not at all. Well, she's a little bit different too, and our relationship's a little bit different. They're trained to let us touch their feet. She doesn't really like it, but she will put up with it for the most part. If she has stuff stuck on her face, they're kind of messy eaters. If she has things stuck on her face, if I put my hand up, and she's gonna do it. She's gonna rub her face on my beak. But it's if she wants to. I can't pet her or scratch her or anything like that. But she's very tolerant. Most of our eagles won't let you, unless you have food and you're bringing it up to them, won't let you anywhere near their face. So they see about 8 times sharper than we do, and they see about double the frames per second. So all of a sudden right there, right off the bat, it's like, oh, that's really hard to comprehend. We have one fovea per eyeball that gives us one binocular focal point with pretty good peripheral vision. They have one fovea per eyeball in the same location as ours, and then they have an additional fovea, which is called the temporal fovea, located up higher in the eye. This allows them to hold a focal point with only using one eye while they're in flight. The lens in our eye and in most mammal eyes is hard. When you look at an eyeball, it's just our lens is very firm. Their lens is actually soft and can be manipulated. So when they contract their eye using that temporal fovea, when they're looking at something, kind of the best comparison is it acts like a telephoto lens on a camera, because as they manipulate the shape of that lens over the fovea that is shaped differently, then it just kind of creates this telephoto zoom effect. It's mind-boggling. Like, we would go insane if our vision was half as good as theirs. I've heard it compared to when you like go TV shopping and there's 50 TVs all playing something different. Like, that's kind of the comparable information intake that they're dealing with on a daily basis. She totally has a boyfriend. So there is a little bit of romance. His name is Volta. He's dashing, and he's our male educational eagle, and they get on so well. It's adorable. So we will often house them together. When we take them on walks, we take them together because they interact. They share food. Like, he follows her around. Like, it's, oh my gosh, it's adorable. Just thinking about it. 1 year, her and Volta did go as far as building a nest, and it was absolutely adorable. But nothing ever came of it. We don't know what happened. We don't talk about it. But they're still really good friends.
So we are gonna head up, and we're gonna let the next. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. And in the gift shop, we have a lot of different jams and jellies that you guys can purchase from the berries around the store, or the forest. A lot of cool things in there. You can go back into the Alaska Raptor Center, or go explore the totem garden or the blacksmith. As long as you guys stay inside of the totem pole, you should be in earshot of when we call for your bus.
At the end of the tour, we were guided to a small gift shop that had some complimentary refreshments for us and some bathrooms. The bus was waiting for us in the parking lot for the quick ride back to the ship. Since we had some extra time before we were due back to the ship, we got off in town and then walked back to the ship through the historic town along Creek Street. It was a really nice excursion and overall a great day in Ketchikan. I hope you enjoyed both this video and my previous one on our trip to Ketchikan, Alaska. Thank you for watching. Bye!